All right. So we're here today with Jill. Jill's been a patient about 4 months now, and originally when she came to our office, her major complaints were things like hives and skin rashes. She was sensitive to a lot of medications, and she had some weight that she'd like to lose. So Jill, tell us a little bit about what you've experienced during your 4-month time at the office.
Definitely the biggest improvement for me that I'm the happiest about is my energy level. I used to blame it on being a working mother of 2 boys, and I was just tired all the time because that's what happens when you get my age as you get older. And
you're not that old, Jill.
Now I realize that's not what it was.
Right.
The best thing has been my energy level. I used to drink coffee at least 2 or 3 times a day just to make it through the day. And now I don't do that at all. I don't drink any caffeine, and I feel fine. I feel great. I'm sleeping better. Losing weight. I've lost 28 pounds. That's nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, so those are probably, and the hives are gone. The hives were originally what brought me in. I had a really bad case of hives, which I had never had before, and it was very painful. So that's finally what got me to come in. I've been wanting to come in, but that finally put me over the edge. So no more hives.
And the funny thing, that was something that was resolved really, really quickly. I'd say within the first month.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't care. I just know that whatever it was, I'm not eating it anymore. So, and I won't ever again.
Yeah. So a lot of people have concerns about the diet and if they're going to be able to do it and how hard the program's going to be to follow. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Sure. It was funny because I've always thought of myself as the carb queen. I mean, I could easily probably become a vegetarian. I wasn't a huge meat eater. I mean, I liked meat, it was fine, but I loved carbs, and I was finding that I was going to be hungry every 3 or 4 hours, so I always had to snack. And I would try to, eat crazy times in a car because I'm a traveling therapist, and so I just had a really poor diet. And I was worried about that, about not being able to have carbs, but it has been really easy. And I think it's because the meats and the fats kind of keep my blood sugar where it should be.
Yeah.
So I don't get hungry. And honestly, I can tell you I have had very few, very rare cravings for carbs and sugars, which blows my mind because I would not have thought that was going to happen.
So how hard do you think it's going to be to maintain this type of lifestyle? Because really it's not a diet that we put you on. It is really it's a change in the way that you eat, period.
For me, it's going to be easy because I know what going back to that and those foods are going to make me feel like, and I don't want to feel like that anymore. So for me, it's great. I mean, vegetables, meats, awesome. No problem. This is something I'm going to do the rest of my life.
So the interesting side effect for your husband was what?
So at first he was like, "What are you doing?" And he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy. But he's actually doing the diet as well. He's not 100%, but he definitely does any meals that he eats with me, and he's a great cook, so he makes our food for us. And so he's been doing this type of eating as well, and he's lost about 20 pounds.
Amazing.
Not even really being real strict with it, just eating with me. So
how nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. What did you notice about anything with your mood?
I am not as stressed. I think it's because I'm not as tired.
Right.
So that's I'm happier.
Better able to handle the stresses of everyday life because you just feel more energized and more rested.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And if someone was suffering with anything similar to what you're expressing here today, what would you have to recommend to them?
I would tell them, please just come in and at least sit down and talk with Dr. Lawrence about what's going on with you, because I found that there were some things that was going on with me that I didn't even realize it was related to some of the things that you figured out. There's a lot of things in science that aren't obvious.
Sure.
And you're like, oh, that's related to that. So that's surprising and very helpful that you've helped me with things that really weren't my main complaints.
Good.
So that's been nice.
Excellent. Well, great. It's been a joy taking care of you because you were someone who just took the information and followed it and did what you were supposed to do. And that makes all the difference.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.